Okay, here's test B. Same settings. This part, this benchmark is a little more demanding. It looks pretty sweet, but this fucking guy, man, I don't know who made this, man. He's the goofiest looking M-boss I ever seen. Looks like a mix between fucking crocodile and like some kind of insect with the 6 legs and fucking cactus tail. So like a sloth looking type turtle thing, I don't know. But it's got some nice looking effects here. Looks pretty good in Infinity mode. As you can see, it's pretty demanding. I'm getting around 47, now it dropped to 35. Yeah. Look at that. This fucking tail looks like a damn cactus or some kind of deformed cactus. It's just really, there he goes. It must be a deep ass lake. Alright. See what I got. Ranking of B, 47.3 of an average. And down here it says 47.2, so I don't know. But yeah. It's part 2. Alright, now I'm gonna run it. I'm just gonna run this this benchmark with everything as high as it will go. 8 times AA, motion blur on. What else we got? VSync off. 6048 by 1200. And everything else is on high. Select. Alright. Let's see what we get now. Same test. I like this test a little bit better. It's shorter, and plus you got that knucklehead guy running into every fucking thing around. Alright, this is everything is cranked as high as it will go. See, I don't know if you can tell, but the with the AA turned up to 8 times, it just smooths out everything, man. So it's the DX11 features don't look as prominent with the 8 times AA on. Anyway, let's just see what we get. Nice water effects there. This is everything. This is everything turned up, so. And I usually don't play games like this. I just the AA. I just use very little of it. But this looks pretty good, pretty damn good in Infinity. Now it's dropping to 25 was the lowest. Spiked down to 25 for a second. Let's see what goes here. This is one of the more demanding parts coming up. When they go through this little crash spaceship here, when they show, like, you know, should be coming up. Yeah, this part. Let's see what it gets down to. 30. Gets down to 30, and then there he goes back into the shallow ass lake. Alright. Alright. This is with everything turned up. So basically it's a couple frames different. Still got a B ranking, 44.3. So yeah, it's not much difference. I mean, I can run the other test, but it's just too. I can't go through that test again, man. It's too ridiculous, buddy. So. Yeah, I usually run it with none or 2. Motion blur off. I just hate it. I hate motion blur, so that's only 2 settings I do change. Mostly on every game I play. Usually turn this off and no AA or 2 times. But yeah, just wanted to show you a little benchmark. Lost Planet 2. Might play it eventually, but right now, no. I've got, you know, Elder Scrolls, playing that a lot, and what else? Yeah, Arkham City, Batman. Other than that, I don't know, buddy. There's my system. Still got my 3 6970s, though. You know, I would take one out. I might be taking one out, man, because the triple crossfire scaling is just garbage. It's like none. It's either no scaling at all from. There's no. I mean, I've been finding out that there's no difference between 2 cards in Crossfire and the 3 cards in triple Crossfire in most games, including the original Crisis and Crisis Warhead. It's. I mean, you might get an extra 5 to 10 frames with the 3 cards. With Crossfire, it scales pretty damn good in Crossfire. Crossfire it's got nice scaling in most every game, but some games, man, they don't even run it as good because they don't support the 3 cards. Most games only support 2. The ones that do support 3, it's only like very little scaling difference. The scaling sucks, man. It's not worth the extra money for the card. Excuse me. So, and also I was looking around at GTX 680 benchmarks that everybody's been putting up. The triple scaling in them is just about the same, man. It's just not worth the extra money for the card. I mean, unless you just like running benchmarks and that's it. That's the only. I mean, that's the only thing you benefit from that I've seen is just straight out benchmarks, and that shit is. I mean, if that's all you're gonna do, man. Shit, go for it, man. Buy 4 cards. I mean, for me, just watching benchmarks is just, it just gets fucking old. Once in a while, yeah, but is it worth the extra money? To me, no. To somebody that actually, that's all they care about is what they get in a benchmark score, like well, like 3D Mark. I mean, if they're happy with just looking at higher numbers, I mean, whatever, man. If go for it. Go for it, buddy. But for me, okay, look. For me, man, if I do, when I do upgrade to either the if I'm going to upgrade, it's going to be the 4 gig version of the 680s. And if, I might not even do that. I might just wait and get the 685s or GK 110. Yeah. All right. You can have it. You can have it. I'll eat the I'll put the hot sauce on it.
Hot sauce with steak?
Yeah. It's good. It's good for the digestive system. Anyway. Yeah, I just want to show my system. Yeah, I mean, I went back and looked at my videos, and I do have a shaky camera, and I don't know. It's just this camera I have is not the most comfortable thing to hold. Excuse me. It's one of those. Actually, it's a Sony Bloggy. I mean, I didn't pay that much for it, like 120 bucks. And it's just really awkward to hold. It's just got a weird, it's like, I don't know. It's just weird to hold it. And it doesn't have any stability, like it stabilizes the picture. I don't have none of that on it. But anyway, I'll try. But yeah, I was looking at my videos but yeah, I'm trying to show you some of the PC here. But yeah, I still got my 36970s. I don't feel like messing with them right now. But yeah, I mean, like games like Deus Ex, I mean, it runs better with 2 cards. It's got a lot more stutter. It's got more stutter with it with 3 cards, and there's no performance gain at all when you put the 3 cards in. They're just not. The only game that you do benefit is what I found out is Alien versus Predator. That's the only thing I found out. But yeah, I mean, I can show you the benchmark real quick. Still got my ROG theme, which actually came with the yeah, here's the benchmark. This is all the settings up, no AA. 6048 by 1200. But all the settings are cranked. But yeah, this is a nice short benchmark. It's kind of hard to get all three screens in at one time, so three 24-inch screens, by the way. This is basically one of the few games that actually do work with triple crossfire. Maybe because it's an older game, but I don't know. It scales really well with the triple. You get about, okay, when I say scaling really well, it means like I get 20 frames extra with the 3 cards, because I mean that's what I found out. Okay, let's see what I got. Okay, MVP. Alright. Okay, see. 68, basically 68.2 frames, and that's everything turned up. I don't know if you got all the settings in here, but yeah, everything's on. I get around 70. See, I ran it earlier. I got 70.5. Same setting. But with the 2 cards, let me see. I did it with 2 cards. Let me see this. Let me see if I can find it. Here. This was with 2 cards. 53.1, so basically it's not even 20 frames. So that's what I mean by scales really well. Which isn't really scaling really well, is it? But whatever. That's with the 2 cards. Alright. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, triple. See, I had the same problem with give me close them. I had the same problem with the 5970s. I had 2 of them, which is basically 4 GPUs, and the scaling was garbage with them. They were just total garbage. I mean, if you had one 5970, you were good to go. It ran most games pretty good. The only problems were with AVP, which I mean, I don't know. I guess it was drivers for the cards, or they just didn't like them, but it would crash every time I played it. Even with one 5970, which was a dual GPU, which I will never get again. I just don't like dual GPUs. But for that reason, it's always in Crossfire, so if a game doesn't support it, you can't shut it off, and you're just not gonna run it. It'll just crash and crash and crash. But yeah, still running good, man. Got all my pitch power fittings in. monsoon fittings. I had monsoon on the board and the processor, and they just did not hold good. They didn't hold good enough. I know they got the free center, but that free center means less less compression on the tubing. So, and the tubing popped off because it didn't have enough pressure against it. And I had a flood. Nothing went out. I shut it off immediately, but it was down at the bottom, right by the power supply. The back tubing popped off, the one in the back. But yeah, this is the first time I showed it with my side panel on. So it's looking pretty sweet, buddy. And at the moment, I have all my fans running at 100%, and they're pretty quiet, man. They're pretty quiet. That's why I like them. That's why I got the Sigma Tech and the 140 mils are definitely quieter than the 120s. And right now I have 3 fans on the top rad. I have the 140 mil on the back. That's 4 fans. I have two 120s on the bottom rad. 6 fans. I have one more 140 mil back here. 7. And 2 more back here. It's 9 fans. And they're all running at 100% right now. Let's see if and it's pretty quiet. Let me see if I can get it close so you can hear them. I mean, they're running at 100%. And they're pretty quiet. Pretty quiet, buddy. I was looking at my system, and the only thing I might change, well, 2 things. The micro res. I might trade it out for a, what is it, Bits Power? A Bits Power, maybe a 150 mil. 150 mil rad, maybe the cylinder. And I'll just run the tubing from the top. I'll just run it on the top so I don't need no 90 degree fitting. Well, it looks pretty good with the 90 degree. I mean, Swift Tap Micro Res works pretty good. I like it. I just don't like its bottom. The bottom one, you can't put any kind of compression fitting on it because it will not screw in all the way. So I just got a zip tie on it. I just got a regular barb fitting. That's all it'll take, because it's got like a lip around the fitting, and it's recessed, and the compression fittings are a little bit wider at the bottom, so it doesn't fit all the way in, so you can't get a good tight fit with it. So that's the only thing I might change that micro res out for. A Bits Power. I think it's a Bits Power. One of the cylinder reses. But, and the other thing, I'm not sure yet. I don't even think I need it, but where my pump's at, I might get the dual pump attachment, so I can run two pumps at the same time. I might not. Who knows? I might. I'm getting pretty good getting pretty good flow right now, and I have one pump. It's a Coolant 450 S pump, and it's running pretty. I mean, I'm running 2 rads and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Basically, 3 cards and the CPU and the chipset block and the MOSFET block. 6 blocks and 2 rads. I'm getting pretty good flow, so when I filled it up, man, it's just like rushed through the system, man. It's got pretty good pressure. It didn't take long to cycle at all. It actually was quicker than my last build. But yeah, just wanted to show you my PC without trying to fucking shake the camera like that and shit. I don't know. I was just fucking having spasms or something. But yeah. And a couple benchmarks I showed. There's my temps.
Alright.
Here's my temps. Alright, I'll be down, honey. There's my max temp. Running the benchmarks. This is 4.9, 1.8. 1.46 volts. Max temps 72 on 1 core. Pretty good temps. And that's with the 1 pump. The EK blocks are awesome, man. I love them. I love the way they look, and man, they keep it nice. They keep the temperatures nice and in control, buddy. Nice and cool. So from now on, I'm pretty sure I'll be getting EK blocks. My Coolant blocks are working great, but I think I'm gonna go all EK blocks when I do upgrade. I just like the way they perform, and I like the way they look. Give you a quick look at my screen, my wallpaper. And NOS 82 out.